It's your boy Noto coming to you with another video, coming to you with another podcast, man. And in today's podcast, we're going to discuss how women will send choosing signals to handsome/select men in front of their husbands and boyfriends. If you're new here or you're already been here, man, go ahead and click that like button. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go and dive into this topic, guys. Man, let me tell you, guys. Let me tell you, man. They will send hella choosing signals in front of their husband and boyfriend. They are the most boldest motherfuckers out here, guys. They are extremely bold, especially when they see somebody they turned on by, man. Gotta understand that. That's why a lot of dudes be mate guarding a lot. Remember on that video I told you about one of the struggles a handsome/select man face? That's one of them, man. They will mate guard, bro. They always mate guard whenever you come around. It's like every time you come around, it's a threat. You see what I mean? It's a threat. But the women actually add on to those insecurities because of the actions that they take when they see one. When they see a select man, and the dude know that, like, damn. Especially if he know what her exes look like and he don't measure up and he don't match up. Yeah, they be the main ones. They be the main ones. Knowing they know damn well that the only way they got that girl was off some accidental ass shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they know that the two and two don't go together. If you get what I'm saying. They know that two and two don't go together. And they see you, bruh. The woman gonna choose right in front of them, bro. And they ain't gonna care. They ain't gonna care. They can sneakily do it or they can blatantly do it. Bro, like someone, bro, I done had women, they dudes talking to them right there, right? I'm walking right by, and she's sitting there staring at me. Why? And her eyes are following me while he's talking to her in her face. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like she just ignoring him. When I was walking by, and she just following me, he's sitting there trying to talk to her, and he gonna shake her after. I was like, oh my god. I was like, that's some crazy shit, right? Her mouth was open and all kind of shit. I was like, bro, that shit was wild, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like, I don't know why people think people just be capping when they be saying stuff like this. This shit happens, bro. This shit happens. And this happened to me on multiple occasions, more ways than none. A whole lot of ways, bro. Because I've been out a lot. I've been around a lot of social events. You go outside, you'll get a lot of these reactions. I can go out for a weekend, I'll go out for a day and end up coming up with about 10 videos about different stuff. Just from being out in the public and experiencing these things, guys. That's how much I can get my content. I ain't gotta look at no other content creator and get no content. I can go outside for a weekend and get about 20 videos worth of content. Straight up. When you have experiences, you can tell stories like these. You'll never run out of footage. You'll never run out of content. It's like I got unlimited film. I got unlimited tape. You see what I'm saying, guys? Let me tell you this story right here too. This shit happened to me earlier today. I walked up to Family Dollar, right? I was walking up, right? And as soon as I was coming up to the side, this lady this woman had got out, right? It looked like I don't know if she was pregnant or she looked like she just had the baby, but she was bad though. I ain't finna count. She was definitely bad. She was light skinned. She had on her pajamas. She had on her pajama pants though. But that ass was just wiggling like. That shit was big. It was fat as hell, but it was wiggling like this. You know how I shaking them pajama pants. So she got up, right? But she got out the car, but looked to the side and saw me, opened the door and paused and looked at me. And I'm sitting there looking at her too. And she just sitting there like biting her lip and shit. But I looked down to the car. I looked down because I had on my tank top. Remember, guys, I hardly never leave the house pumped. I hadn't did some workouts before. I hadn't did like 100 push-ups before I walked up there anyway. Remember, so yeah. Anyway, I had my tank top and gym shorts combo. Had that on. That's the killer right there. That's the killer right there. No, it's my secret weapon. Don't tell nobody. But anyway, yeah, she saw me. But then I looked down and I looked at the passenger seat. It was a dude right there looking dead at me, bro. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, this nigga looking dead at me. I was talking about this bro had the meanest mean mug ever, bro. This dude looked like a bulldog, like the way he was mean mugging, bro. And I'm sitting there like, man, I was like, man, shit, I don't motherfucking care, man. I kept looking at her and I kept walking up to the door. And she damn near held the door for me to come in that motherfucker too. Sure did. I'm talking about, like, you know how long Family Dollar is. So if, say for instance, I'm coming off the building, right? You know how long it is for me to get down to the door. That's at least 15 paces to hit to that door. And she sat there and waited for me because she parked her car right in front of the door. So she only had like 3 or 4 steps to get to the door. So like she basically held it there, and I just went in, and I went in after that. I was like, damn, this motherfucking ass fat as fuck. And she was looking back like giggling and shit. Like, but I didn't say that shit, but she was looking back and giggling while I walked in there. But I was like, I wasn't trying to start no shit, cause you know I live in Duval County, guys. I already know I ain't no duck now. I might be. I know I can pull off a lot of shit, but I ain't no motherfucking duck, and I ain't gonna put myself in no situation, especially over a bitch I don't even know. Straight up, just keeping it a buck. That shit ain't sweet out here. Cause niggas go in. Niggas go full regalia out here about some chicks, about some pussy out here. Straight up. That shit'll get you popped, all kind of shit, get you locked up, all that. Confrontations out. So I wasn't trying to do none of that. And it looked like, I don't know what a stomach looked like, but a stomach looked like I told you guys, it looked like it was pregnant, or it looked like it was either she had the baby or she was in the earlier stages of pregnancy. You know, it looked like that type of pudge. You see what I mean? So I walked in there, and she was just chilling. And she was chilling with like watching me and shit. Like, I was like, fuck, man, she doing this shit right in front of this nigga. And like, as soon as we get back to the door, he can look, like, it's the point, you can look right through the door, because you know Family Dollar, they got glass doors. Most stores do, you know what I'm saying? But they got the glass door, you can see right damn through. So I'm walking through, and she's still checking me out in front of the door. I was like, bro, this shit is wild, bro. This shit is wild as a motherfucker, bro. Straight up. And then I remember, I ain't gonna never forget one other time. This other dude, like, she was like a cougar, but she was thick as fuck. Cougar, like, was thick as fuck. And it happened around in the same store. I had a lot of shit happen in this Family Dollar that I walked up to. But in the same store. But the thing about this is, the husband went in there too, but they was walking together at first, right? Right, they was walking together. But she caught a glimpse of me when I came around the corner. As soon as she caught a glimpse of me, bro, I noticed that, bro. Like, that was like a hell of a, bro, that was like a staring into your soul ass shit still. Like, I'm talking about, damn, she damn near had a Medusa about to turn a nigga into stone. So I look right there, bro. I was caught in that gaze. I was like, shit. She was thick as a motherfucker too. I was like, bro. I was like, well, I'm finna chill, right? So I just walked down the aisle, right? And I see the dude right there sitting there watching too. Cause you know, usually when dudes see me, they either some of them try to like frown and stuff like that, or they'll try to hold their ground or some shit like that. It's either that or they try to get the hell out of my way. It's one or the other. It's always one or the other with that. So she was checking me out. But then she'll end up walking around. She'll end up walking around the stove, following me around the stove. I'm over here trying to get some bleach, right? She over there. She happened to be over there reaching to get something. I'm over there trying to get some deodorant. She just happened to be over there. She started following me around the stove. She started asking me to try to grab stuff for her, get stuff off the top row. I was like, bro, she wilding, bro. Turned out the husband had them went outside, bro. Like, that's how slick they are, bro. That's how slick they are, bro. That's some slick ass shit, bro. That was some extra slick ass shit. And guess what? Of course, it's inevitable. I got the digits. Yeah, got the digits, and I ended up smashing. Yeah, I don't be trying to be on that shit no more, bro. Like, when the shit come too easy, sometimes, like, you be like, bro, I can't just turn that shit down. That shit was thick as fuck. Shit was raw, too. Shit was nice. Real shit, bro. Like, bro, that shit was nice. Trust me. She was nice. And she played it so well, bro. Nobody could ever find out. Nobody. I'm talking about they could take us to the interrogation room, and they'll never to divorce court, and they couldn't even prove this shit. That's how nice and slick she did the shit. How we all got the shit together, bro. Straight up, bro. That shit was just straight up nice, bro. But anyway, and in another instance, like, we're in the gym, right? It's this real extreme slim chick, but she was with two dudes. So I noticed that one of the dudes, and she was like kind of like hanging with her, but you could tell it was on like some brotherly vibe type shit. So I'm guessing that dude must be her brother, or at least a homie or something like that. But she kind of, I gotta tell when a chick treat a boy like her brother, because she like punching, like they'll have doing like play fighting and shit. But it wasn't no flirtation play fight. And I can tell what it looked like when a brother and sister playing or something. But the other dude that she was with, she was holding on to him and shit like that. So I'm guessing it was a brother and the boyfriend. Because she definitely, it was really different energy how she treated that dude versus that dude. She was hugging up on this dude, hugging up, and he was feeling her. No, you know, all that. It was, I watched the body language, shit like that. So watch. So peep. I hadn't walked over, right? I was just getting off the treadmill. And I went and did some dips. And I went and did some pull-ups. And I went over to and after that, I went and did some preacher curls for like 3 sets or whatever. And I had to came back. My arms pumped as a motherfucker. Hit some chest presses. My chest was pumped like a motherfucker. So my whole upper body was down that pump, especially from the dips, because you know all that. I'm walking back, right? Because I can walk down the aisle, like, and it's like treadmills on each side. Her brother and then the dude was on the treadmill, but she was standing in between them. The slick shit she did, she had them, because she already had looked at me and peeped earlier, but she caught herself and tried to look away, right? But what she did this time, I'm talking about the slickest shit ever. She went and ducked down between the 2 treadmills while they walking, right? And just to stare at me, bro. She ducked down, and it was in the perfect cubby hole. I'm talking about they couldn't even look through the mirror and see that she was looking at me. You know, she was, because the other treadmills would be blocking her, and she was just down there in between them looking at me, bro. Staring me motherfucking down, choosing like a motherfucker. I could tell. She got her a good glimpse of eye candy that time, bro. She was like really, really doing that shit. For sure. And I could tell that's what it really was, because she was, she was really like looking at me like as like a piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between them just looking at you. And there's a difference between them looking at you and actually looking at you like you some type of food or some shit like that. Like you, like, you know, like they want you. You could tell when a motherfucker wants you. It's like when you had experiences like me, when you had a whole bunch of experiences like that, when you end up encountering chicks that you end up smashing, and you end up seeing the signs that lead up to that, you're going to end up being real keen to what it look like when a chick wants you, bro. Want to devour you. That's what she look like. She want to devour me. She's probably like one of them skinny eaters. And that's one thing, like, bro, y'all better not sleep on those skinny girls. That's one thing I was telling, because people always talk about, so the BBW got the best head. Bro, it's some skinny eaters out here, bro. I call them skinny eaters. Skinny minis, but they can eat, boy. Eat. I'm telling you, bro, that's all I got to say about that, bro. Watch out. Skinny, petite eaters, bro. It could be damn near. Yeah, she looked like Sierra in the old. Her body looked like Sierra in the older days. You know what I'm saying? But like real athletic. Real athletic, but real thin, but real petite. Like she had on some gym shorts, some sweatpants earlier, but she took them off and that ass was petite. She had on like tights under that. So that shit is a big illusion, bro. You see them skinny girls, when you see them come out that shit a little petite, trust me. That shit like a whole 180. That shit like a whole transformation when they take the motherfucking sweatpants off. So don't sleep. Trust me, don't sleep. They will eat you alive. Anyway, it's your boy Noto, coming to you another video, coming to you another podcast, man. And if you like this video, man, or you fucking with the content, man, go ahead and click that like button, go to comment, go to subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. Remember, guys, anybody can improve themselves if they willing to work at it. I'm out.